Yosh.
Event sevenfold, man. They're so excited.
じゃあ、ちょっとかな。行きましょう。That's why everything is so difficult.
Hi. Hello. You know what?
Why? Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. We're chilling. And yeah, although lots of things to do, I'm here. Glad to be back. I took a week off life. And now we're like, yo man. Playing music, writing songs. And yeah, basically you guys have been having this 1 week. And awesome. I'm more you guys go out there. Stay safe and take care. But last week, man, it's so unfortunate that we didn't get there last week. But this week, let's find out what's in the news. Before that, it is your boys, EX66, Ookami sausage. Pretty good time and fun one. And hopefully enjoying the moments, Sunday mornings. It is March 16th. Today is going to be busy, I think, but also depending on how the weather picks up, and also celebrations to the whole movie pop. So it chose a really good week to get. I think they actually chose Friday itself, so maybe she was on. Right. Pipe down. I had a bit of a more chill weekend this weekend, believe it or not. So I definitely felt a little bit of those vibes, and I would like to relax and share those with y'all. Yeah. Hope you're all having fun out there. I still haven't restrung this guitar. でも行きましょう。Someone said they left together. I just ran out to go get her. She was holding hands with Trevor. Not the greatest feeling ever. Said pull yourself together. You should try your luck with Heather. Man, I heard they slept together. Oh, the less I know, the better. Oh, the less I know, the better. Oh, my love, can't you see yourself by my side? No surprise when you're on his shoulder like every night. Oh my love, can't you see you're on my mind? Don't suppose we could convince your lover to change his mind. So goodbye. Did this an hour ever? Wait 10 years we'll be together. Said better late than never. just don't make me wait forever. Don't make me wait forever. Don't make me wait forever. Oh my love, can't you calm yourself by my side? Don't suppose you could convince your lover to change his mind. I was doing fine without you, and I saw your face now again erased. Giving in to all his bullshit, can't choose what you want, is this who you are? I was doing fine without you, and I saw your eyes turn away from mine. Oh sweet darling, where he wants you, up and every man, say you stupid lie. Come on Superman, say your stupid line. Come on Superman, say your stupid line. Wow. Yeah, man. That's a little vibe right there. I will never forget the the person who showed Tame Impala. And it was just like, it was in the kitchen. We were working in a fish restaurant. And it was actually really good. We had a good fish with that mayonnaise or something. And yeah, this is just like a super chill vibe. And I was like, okay, this is what people are listening to in 2017. Yeah, just kind of left an interesting impact or visual in my head, and it kind of inspired me to understand that not every song has to just be like, bam, let's go freaking hard and stuff, but there is peace and patience. That shit's good. But hey, don't worry about that, because we're about to talk about the news, and there's anything less peaceful than that, it's hearing something new that you have not waited for. If you are bold enough and wise enough to try, then jump aboard. Join us as we go through the news of the week. Say adieu to our friend. Choto. Let's jump into it. Something that I care about. You know, we'll have to wait and see. Because Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake, developer insists, quote, everything we have talked about is still in development. Still feels far, far away. It's by Yesley and Poole over at IGN. Saber Interactive has insisted all its previously announced games are still in development, despite the radio silence around high-profile titles, such as Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. Hot on the heels of the announcement of Warhammer 4000 Space Marine 3, Saber Chief Creative Officer Tim Wiltz tweeted to reassure the studio's fans that everything's announced is still in the works. Quote, Saber Interactive is one of the largest independent developers in the world, Wiltz said. Quote, we are working on numerous games across many different genres. Everything that we have talked about is still in development. We will share important information on upcoming games. We have something cool to share. Sorry, not important. That would be this quote. The most obvious subject of Wilt's statements is the KOTOR remake, which remains one of the game's most elusive projects announced in 2021. Damn, son. The long-awaited remake has changed hands multiple times, seemingly stopped development and restarted again. After 4 years, has failed to materialize. In April 2024, Saber Interactive CEO Matthew Karch confirmed the company took KOTOR with it during the split from Embracer Group. and that the game was still in active development. Interesting. Quote, it's clear that the obvious that we're working on this, he said at the time. Quote, it's been in the press numerous times. What I will say is that the game is alive and well, and that we're dedicated to making sure we exceed consumer expectations. Will's statement, which comes nearly 12 months later, reaffirms Karch's quote, still, even now, we have seen nothing of the KOTOR remake beyond its initial announcement video. Sick ass, bro. Saber has other plans and games to work, including number 2 out this year. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando and Jurassic Park Survival are still down for 2025, but neither has a release date. Saber is working on the brand new Turok game, and an untitled Avatar: The Last Airbender title. Now you can add Warhammer 4000 Space Marine 3 to the list, and be sure to check out the other ones. Wow. Okay, this is, believe it or not, this is kind of good news. Coming from me, right? Because last I heard, Embracer Group and Saber were kind of like doing their thing, and then KOTOR became like a point of contestment, as obviously, in my humble opinion, Embracer Group is just trying to get the maximum return from all the fucking IPs that they have bought out, i.e. Lord of the Rings and that one Golem game. 10 out of 10 work, guys. Good shit. Literal shit. Anyways, they made a whole rating system from that. And is hearing that Saber Interactive is the dudes who worked on, I'm assuming, Warhammer 2, which is that game that just came out, which is the game I'm staring at right now that is still in a shrink wrap that it's just there. And and that tells me that these guys actually know how to make video games, right? So that, I mean, KOTOR is an interesting thing, because we appreciate KOTOR for the story. I don't necessarily think anybody was like, oh man, this fucking combat is the greatest combat of 2020, but it definitely is like more MMO based and more Baldur's Gate based, in my opinion, and that feels like, especially now with the review of these newer gen games and these guys kind of making Space Marine feel like a Gears of War game, an older style third-person shooter, makes me think that they actually have a good shot of inspiring a next generation version of an old ass game. So I'm really hoping for like updated battle mechanics. Not that they have to go too crazy, but again, we have Baldur's Gate. You can just look at that and draw the lines of comparison of what those games are and how they can work and how you can use those systems and blah 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 blah. So if they're working on this, if they say they're working on this, obviously Star Wars is a huge IP. I don't think anybody really can deny that the title moves numbers. But if you're gonna release something uninspired, quote unquote, and you're gonna slap a Star Wars sticker on that, then maybe you should check in with Ubisoft and see how Star Wars Outlaws is doing. So that's all I gotta say about that. But no, obviously, if they're taking their time, not by choice necessarily, but still having the time to step back, reflect, and see what they want to do going forward, especially with the success of Space Marine, I can really hope that they're interested, and there's gonna be a bit of like pride, but in the positive way. Like there was an effort made to make this thing into existence, and we the fans have been waiting for it. We are ready with our wallets. All that matters right now is that Saber Interactive like really takes all that energy and makes something worth being excited for. So hey, I'm looking forward to this. I will be there day one if the game plays and the reviews and my sources are like, yeah, it's good. So I don't want to inspire people to invest in shit that's going to be shit. So we'll see what happens. But looking forward to it. Fingers crossed. And I'm actually feeling fairly good about this. 7.0. Let's go. You know what else is not good though? SpongeBob SquarePants. Nah, what's good? It's meme. We love memes. SquarePants meme cards are coming to Magic the Gathering. Yes, these are real MTG cards that will be available to buy later this month. This is by Zach Swain over at Kotaku. Force of Despair. It's not your turn. You may exile a black card from your hand rather than pay the spell's main cost. Destroy all creatures that entered this turn. Stupid. Counter spell. Counter target spell. Stupid. Patrick Star. Legendary creature. What is it? Something warrior? Human warrior? Okay. I don't get it. Knight's Whisper. You draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Stupid. Days. Instant. You may return to an island you control. Wait. You may return an island you control to an owner's hand rather than pay the spell's main cost. Counter target spells unless its controller pays that. What? I don't know what any of that means, but it's a fucking SpongeBob meme card. It's translations. Okay. Full dog. Just seeing people like place these cards down. Magic's Guardian owners, Wizards of the Coast, and Paramount have announced the next big crossover coming to popular card game. Are you ready, kids? Yeah, it's the SpongeBob meme cards. On March 10th, Wizards of the Coast announced that the long-running animated TV show SpongeBob SquarePants is the next franchise to cross over with Magic. There are 3 SpongeBob drops in all. Damn, boy. One made of a card that features screenshots and an artwork inspired by famous online SpongeBob memes, including a new version of the popular card Counter Spell that will sport artwork of the famous mocking SpongeBob meme. Wow. Cards will be available to purchase on March 24th on the Magic Secret Lair web store as part of its ongoing Universe Beyond brand. These new SpongeBob cards are just reskinned pre-existing Magic cards that can be used in standard play. The cards are being sold at $29.99 regular versions and $39.99 for foil editions. Wow. I'll admit that while I knew Magic the Gathering had been doing crossovers with stuff like Spider-Man and Lord of the Rings, I got it on screen. For a time now, the moment I saw SpongeBob cards, I was shocked. In fact, I thought they were jokes created by some grumpy Magic fans tired of all the Fortnite-like IP crossovers. What convinced me they must be fake was the fact that most of them featured to appear to be screenshots of memes slapped on pre-existing cards. They seem to be like kind of a lazy move on someone on the internet would do, being a joke. Something I've done plenty of times. Nope, these are real and will be released later this month. Based on how fast past crossovers have sold, these SpongeBob MTG cards will likely sell out in minutes and be sold on eBay and other sites for a pretty penny. So if you really truly desperately want to add SpongeBob and Patrick to your Magic deck, you better be online the moment the cards go for sale. March 24th at 9 a.m. PST. Good luck. That's 8 days from now. Jesus. Till next Monday. Yep. Damn, son. Yeah. I mean, there's not really much to say. I bought this Assassin's Creed pack because I thought I was gonna be like a limited, once in a lifetime type of deal. But then you start fucking doing these shits, and it's like, oh, never mind, we're good. I don't need to get into Magic, but you know, people are getting into Magic, and if this is enough to inspire somebody to be like, oh, I want to learn how to play Magic, or I want a SpongeBob deck, then I guess I get it. The issue and the saltation comes from freaking, it just creates another market. It just fucking creates another stupid ass card market. We're like, yeah, I'd love to get a SpongeBob deck, but if you're gonna start short selling these and like being stupid about it, then what was the point of this? You know what I mean? So that's kind of where we're at. TLDR, I bought Assassin's Creed Magic the Gathering, and now we're here. So that fast, things move that fast. But hey, and then like, the only thing I will say about these cards is that I feel like the Assassin's Creed ones had really good artwork. That might have been Ubisoft, or I don't know. Maybe that's why they're freaking in debt right now. It doesn't matter. Raven Simone has a pregnant? What? And then, but these cards specifically, I feel like they need more of a presentation, like a border design or some kind of like, because they're memes. So you can perfectly recreate that 1x1 square framing and like make it look like it's the fucking like the Mona Lisa on the fucking wall. You know what I mean? Like actually give these cards some kind of credit. But I guess if you want the full artwork there, well, that's what you got. But let me know. I don't know, man. Is it getting crazy with these guys, or are you guys actually excited about SpongeBob cards? Because like we're still getting SpongeBob episodes? Question mark. Kind of like we're getting Simpsons episodes? Question mark. Anyways, moving on to something that's actually pretty fucking cool, guys. I don't usually do this. I don't usually like, oh, there's a new anime coming out, blah blah blah. But when you put a fucking a blonde twin tail playing guitar, and you know I'm gonna have questions. Normally, first and foremost, Bocchi the Rock, that's my shit. That's A1 Pictures. High Dive and their like Sentai Filmworks works are a little bit more edgier. So I'm very freaking excited to see what's gonna happen. So I don't think we can use this. Where is it gonna come from? Oh, the TV. Good job. Lady. Lady? No, we don't have to do that. I'm gonna get killed. Alright. Let's see. It's a minute. Alright, it's okay. We can do this. It's doing this thing. Oh, there she is. The animation, those angles. Oh shit. I did not see that coming. Screaming. Wait, did it say what? The guy that created who? Lady Bowler? Who? Oh, Classy Ladies X Rock. Or the Inu Boku service program. Rock is a lady's modest. So can I. That's what I'm talking about. Studio Works. Pure, violent, beautiful. Son of potatoes. Let's go. So yeah, something like that. That's creativity. High Dive announced on this by Rafael Antonio Pineda over at High Dive announced Thursday that as licensed television anime Hiroshi Fuka's Rock is a Lady Modesty manga will stream in the spring 2025 season. The anime will premiere on April 3rd on TBS and 27 of its affiliate channels on Thursdays. 11 JST. Anime stars people. Shinya Watada, Idolmasters, is directing the anime at BN Pictures. Is that a new animation studio? Interesting. Ori Yasukawa, Bleach 1000 Award, Sparigan, the Medium Dali episodes. Director is assistant director Shogo Yasukawa. Food Wars. Let's go. Scientific Rogan. Hell yeah. In charge of series scripts. Oh, scripts. Interesting. Risa Miyadani, Akatsuki Planet, went for pre-occurred the movie. Design characters. Okay. And Yasufumi Sojima, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is visual director. Got lots of angles and 3D styles. Okay. Additional staff members include these people. Yay. I'm almost tempted to do one of the lo-fi stuff, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get hit hard. Fair enough. Young Lady Young Rock youth manga takes place in an all-girls school where young gorgeous and ladylike girls from all over the country gather. Girls named Lisa Suzunomiya. Whoa, Haruhi, who became a daughter of a real estate tycoon after her mother remarried, gives up her guitar and love for rock music in order to act like a rich young lady. But her passion for rock is rekindled when she meets a highly skilled drummer who attends the same all-girls school. Fukada. Oh, it's gonna go to Moe shop. Guys, please. There you go. Maroon 5 for you. But the passion for rock is rekindled when she meets the drummer. In school, Fukada Mushiboyogo launched the manga in Young Animal. Cute. In October 2022. Hakushena published the manga's first compiled book volume in April 2023, and the 7th volume will ship on March 28th. So yeah, there's some new music stuff right there, and I'm liking it because I feel like rock music and like bands aren't really a thing anymore. If you really think about it, fucking Sabrina Carpenter, Post Maloney, Baloney Filoni, Flame Waka. No, people are just names now, and sure, that's great and all, but like, I don't know, man. There's something to do with a band. That's where the magic happens. It's collaboration, and obviously they talk about the drummer and this girl, which is gonna be super sick. Then we have more members joining in the party, so we will have to see what that band becomes. And if we're getting like this kind of renaissance of Bocchi the Rock like shows, I'm there. You know I'm fucking there. So hey, really looking forward to this, and yeah, rock on. Because you know what else is rockabilly's? Oh. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet is reportedly similar to Elden Ring due to its focus on player freedom. This is by George Forrester over at the game. Min-Max's Ben Harrison has finally confirmed that the Elden Ring is the game that he previously teased that Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet is similar to in terms of player freedom. 2024's The Game Awards might not have Hollow Knight Silksong, Half-Life 3, and GTA 6. Like many of us hoped for when the rumors started flying that it was a holy shit showcase, but it was still a big night for reveals, which for Elden Ring Night Reign instantly jumped to mind, but undeniably the biggest unveiling was for Naughty Dog's next game. Despite previous rumors that Naughty Dog was working on a fantasy game, the reveal at the Game Awards confirmed it's actually a sci-fi adventure called Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. Even with the first trailer, there's not much to say about the game that's so far beyond its setting, focusing on religion, although there's been one lingering mystery. It's probably similar to Elden Ring due to its player freedom. Like the key inspiration of the term free. The mystery dates all the way back to October last year, when Mimikax's Ben Henson shared a juicy tidbit about Naughty Dog's at the time revealed game. Henson said that he heard the title would have a lot of quote player freedom, with similarly in structure to a certain game, but wouldn't go as far as confirming what the game was. He was referencing Keck. At the time, many guessed that Hansen was referring to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, or Elden Ring. It's finally confirmed that he was teasing during the most recent episode of Min-Max Show. When asked by a community member what he previously meant, Hansen revealed that the game was indeed Elden Ring. I think it's fine to say now, the game was Elden Ring, that it was compared to back then. If I would have said Naughty Dog's in the game is like Elden Ring, then that reveal trailer came out, I feel like it would have been lit on fire. That's pretty true. Adidas. They're okay. But like the red and black is obviously I'm into. And that's pretty dope. Hansen notes that he didn't want to say at the time because of expectations would have caused a lot of backlash when the real trailer was eventually shared. He also says that now we know that on a single planet, the players focus on finding what happened. Columns are on my end. You can see where the Naughty Dog is going to do it and why Elden Ring comparisons have been made. Bueno, there you go. Yep. Well, we don't know much about it. We said that, but if you watch our playthrough of Last of Us Part 2 on PS5 Pro baby, good shit. But you can see moments where those melee dodge moments, those attack moments are very like third person action game. And obviously if you have a sword with this chick, dude, person, place, person, idea, I don't know, you are gonna have to figure out what kind of mechanics are you gonna have this person move with. And for the most part, I would say that Elden Ring, i.e. Stellar Blade, is where we're at right now. So this is the generation of Elden Ring, Stellar Blade, third-person action games. Elden Ring, Elden Ring, interesting. Game mechanics are interesting. I find it too slow for me. I understand that you can probably dual wield or you can probably upgrade your whatever stats, but I don't have the patience to promise something that I don't feel like I'm gonna get the full return, because the idea of a third-person game, in my opinion, is that the weapons should give you that freedom, and when you limit that playability of each weapon through like, oh no, you chose a class, so this is your class, or you chose a weapon, it's your weapon, or you have to make these stats be better to make this better, it can really work. It works out if you know what you're doing, but if you're very ambitious and you have this wide net, then yeah, it's gonna take a bit more of a commitment or whatever. But when it comes to something like Stellar Blade, they start you off with a weapon, they have you understand the basics, they improve your stats, and then they give you weapons, i.e. Devil May Cry. That is what I am looking for in something like this. Obviously, they don't have to make that for me, but I think rather than just trying to follow the Elden Ring hype, we can try getting creative and presenting something, I don't know, something a little bit more. If I'd rather it be more Stellar Blade than Elden Ring, TLDR. And I think that is what we're gonna get, because obviously Stellar Blade closely working with Shift Up, the people who developed Stellar Blade, and that technology is now shared forcibly between PlayStation and them, because I helped co-develop that game. So if you want to see your return, that is your return. Neil Druckmann is able to look at that code and be like, oh, okay, cool, this is interesting, I'm gonna use this and we can upgrade this and blah blah blah. So that's what I'm looking for, that's what I'm hoping. Whether it's gonna happen, whether they have the dream, whether they have the manpower, whether they have the commitment, whether they have the love and the heart and passion behind this, we will wait and see. But hey, so close, yet so far away. But you know what else is far away? Superbad. You remember Superbad? Hell yeah. Sony didn't let Jonah Hill's character in Superbad use a PlayStation because he was too vile. Co-writer Seth Rogen says Sony wasn't a fan of the character inspired by him in a 2007 comedy. Oh really? That was him? Cute. This is by Zach Swain. Over at Kotaku. 2007. 2007. I don't know how old I was in 2007, but I was definitely not ready to, or I definitely should not have been watching rated R films, but I saw The Matrix when I was still like 12, so fuck yeah. 2007 Superbad's a massive hit. I saw The Passion of the Christ when I was 7 or 6. My teacher saw me and she was like, whoa. Anyways, hey, comedy films, Sarah. Two virgin teams trying to party and get laid before graduation. In the movie, Hill's character is such a shitty dirtbag that Sony, which was producing the film, made it very clear they can't touch a PlayStation at any point in the film. In a recent red carpet interview with Rotten Tomatoes shared on TikTok, there you go. TikTok. Superbad's co-writer Seth Rogen was asked to share the weirdest of funny studio note he's ever received while making a movie. The comedian then shared a story about a moment in Superbad that involved a character playing video games, and how worried Sony was that the scene would include a PlayStation console. Quote, on Superbad, we were told Sony made the movie. Jonah Hill's character Seth was so reprehensible that the studio... I can't keep going. I tried. To the studio, they were like, there's a scene where they're playing the video, and they're like, Jonah can't touch a PlayStation. Sorry. Said Rogan on SXW Red Carpet. I love you, Jonah. You're cool. I love you, Seth Rogen. You're cool. And they're like, we can't have him interact with their products as a character because he's too vile of a character. There's his laugh. I forgot his laugh. The funniest part of all this is that his chaos character in Superbad Seth is directly inspired by Rogan as a teenager, so Sony was nagging Rogan himself. Nice. I was like, it's based on me. That's very insulting. But we accommodated them ultimately, said Rogan as he laughed. Superbad would end up being a huge box office hit when it landed in theaters in 2007. The movie cost around $20 million to produce, but earned $170 million at the box office. It also spawned some memes and jokes that nearly 20 years later are still floating all around via t-shirts sold at mall kiosk and Hot Topics. And yes, Superbad is nearly 20 years old. Sorry. Eesh. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Yeah, they don't make movies like that. I guess they do, but you know, people are like very low key. Hilarious. And yeah. Interesting movie. Yes, this guy is a douche, and Seth Rogen is a douche, probably doing his own thing, a little freaking wild man off the handle, and Michael Cera just being Michael Cera. I think this is a pre-Superbad. This is what got him into Superbad. This is what got him into Scott Pilgrim, which obviously historical moments. But hey, 2007 was a great time, good times. However, nothing ever beats Final Fantasy VII. Damn it, son! Fuck yes! Sorry, Nomura says, recently, Tifa was nominated for the awards. They might talk about it here, but here you go. Nomura says, Tifa from Final Fantasy VII's appeal isn't just about her, quote, appearance. It's by George Foster over at The Gamer. Final Fantasy VII's rebirth iteration of Tifa just won an award for Best Character at the Famitsu Dengeki Awards. That's the one I was talking about. Prompting a message from designer Tetsuya Nomura, who noted that she's more than just her, quote, appearance. The Final Fantasy series has made a name for itself over the years thanks to its lovable party members and playable characters. But there's one game that rules the roost in that regard, Final Fantasy VII. As a remake, the trilogy has proven, once again, Cloud, Aerith, Tifa, Barrett, and the rest of them are some of the most popular RPG characters in history. That's in part due to how complex most of the characters are. It is especially true of Cloud's arguable main squeeze, Tifa, who is revealed to have quite a layered past as the game goes on. Of course, that's just one reason why Tifa has become so popular over the years, as many would suggest that her appearance is another driving force. Tifa winning a Best Character award. For as long as Tifa has been around, and especially since she made a leap from polygons, she's been one of the most popular female characters in gaming. While fans would argue that that's because how well written she is, there's clearly a large audience out there who just think Tifa is hot. Just go look at your Google and you know exactly what I mean. Tifa's character design, Tetsuya Nomura, seems to be well aware of this fact, as he commented on the Famitsu Dengeki Game Awards yesterday. Tifa ended up winning Best Character for a role in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, as pointed out by Twitter using GenkiJPN. Heyo, I know that guy. Nomura thanked fans for voting for her and noted that it's been 30 years since he originally designed her. Nomura also takes time to point out that Tifa's appeal is more than just her, quote, appearance, and he notes that her personality, expressions, voice, movements, and combat abilities all play into why she's so beloved. Nomura says that the entire team worked together to create her charm, and that they're all grateful for the recognition. However, character is not just about appearance. Personality is also important. I believe Tifa's good qualities are the combination of character, expressions, voice, movements, combat abilities, and all her other charms. That's how you have Nomura. While Nomura is likely referring to his role as the designer, pointing out that it's not just his role in creating her looks that make her popular, but it's also an underlying point considering how popular Tifa's looks have made her over the years. However, Nomura meant it, and their wise words all the same. Yes, sir. Too late. Anyways, best girl. Period. Anyways, but he's right. I don't know how to approach this, but one of the funnest, happiest things about using Twitter, I know, Twitter, the bird, was bumping into the Final Fantasy VII community, because up until this point, this was a game that just fucking did so much for me, to me, and especially like in the time that I picked it up, there's too much. I'll probably make an essay about it one of these days, but it's really that much. And up until that point, I didn't really know or even believe or fucking... I knew there was a Kingdom Hearts vibe out there, you know? I had Kingdom Hearts friends, and that was cool. So maybe that's where it comes from. But then jumping on Twitter and realizing that, holy shit, there is a fucking like not just audience, but a community. You know, people making artwork, people creating what's the word, fanfics, people just being sharing the good times. And when Final Fantasy Rebirth launched, it was awesome to be in that circle and just be vibing and just be happy. And there is a fucking community in this. Obviously, where there's good apples, you're gonna find bad apples, or whatever, vice versa. So it's also been very important for me to understand or try to see how simple some people can go when it comes to, let's just say, art or sharing creativities. And yeah, you will find the the nastiest people, with their own fucking like interests on the internet. And I don't I don't kink shame or judge or whatever. As long as you're not physically hurting or emotionally damaging with the intent of emotionally damaging an audience, then it should be a green light in your private room sector, blah blah blah, your private life. You owe it to yourself to figure out what makes you be okay, or figure things out, or pace yourself, or blah blah blah. So I get that. Also, I get that we're simple fucking male creatures that easily activate through neurons, and that is the goal of the man, to be better than that, but understandably so. When you actually put in like effort into character, and I don't mean just a character, I mean to your character. The word character derives from the word chisel, and the Greeks usually physically chiseled out of stone and marble to create a form. That is character, to chisel out. So there needs to be substance when you're trying to go about this idea, this character, this visual. And Final Fantasy 7, the iconic romance between Cloud and Tifa, and I'll say anybody who I'm going off on about this, but basically everybody who's just like here to fucking, oh, you're Tifa, and doesn't, hasn't played the full game, doesn't know where we're going with this, will just be like, oh, it's Tifa, and like, sure, that's cute, I get it, but I can only feel like how intensely Tetsuya Nomura might feel when people are just like so fucking basic, so fucking basic, that they have not played the game, so they don't understand her backstory, B, are just don't care, or just fucking focused on one or two specific things, and C, are just like, don't give her a chance because of like, oh, everybody liked that character, so like, oh, whatever. They talk shit about her, and everyone makes it a big fucking complaint about Aerith and Tifa, and it's so fucking stupid because anyone who fucking plays the game understands that they basically love each other. So the argument is fucking new and invalid. But the fact that people will do that to historical moments, things that have a pre-based logistics, storylines, blah blah blah, is interesting, right? Just how corrupted just word of mouth can be, specifically. And when you get down to it, I think that is why these things hold value, right? Whatever she's gone through, it doesn't matter if you know, if you don't know. But if you know, it's more of a, oh, okay, there is this character who not only has had to go through things and has their own bullshit to take care of, but they're like a beacon of hope. And specifically in the world of FF7 and in general, right? But hope is very fucking limited. And if you had to make a choice between like the fucking cutest looking goddess in the distance or someone who's actually there for you when it fucking matters, when you're in a fucking vegetable state, comatose out of your mind, vegged out, that's what matters. But hey, if you know, you know, and if you don't, shut the fuck up. But moving on, because all you need is kill, kind of. Those over at Rafael Antonio Pineda over at Anime News Network. This is a fun one, interesting one. Let's take notes, because Warner Brothers Japan announced on Thursday that it's producing an anime adaptation of Hiroshi Sakurazaka and Yoshitoshi's Abe's All You Need Is Kill science fiction novel. It's animation by Studio 4C and Kenichiro Akimoto, Children of the Sea CGI director for Which Favors Lady Nuko, unit director. Directing the anime will retell the story from a different point of view than the novel and Hollywood's Edge of Tomorrow's film adaptation. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The original novel by Sakuraza is set in a future Earth under attack by alien invaders known as Mimics. Humanity's infantry goes into battle in powered armor suits that enhance their deadliness, but they're still losing the war. Keiji Kirya is a newly enlisted soldier. Oh, nice. Tom Cruise. But dies in his first battle. After he dies, he finds himself awakening to time prior to the battle, having quickly entered in a time loop. Through a repeating process of dying and learning from his mistakes, he slowly finds a way to live longer and longer, and finds himself drawn to an elite soldier named Rita Brantaski. Shueisha published the novel in December 2004. Viz Media published Sakuraza's novel in English to launch its Haikasoro imprint in Japanese science fiction and fantasy in 2009. The novel spawned a manga by artist Takeshi Oba, Hikaru no Go, Death Note, Akuman, and writer Yosuke Takeuchi, ST and RS. Intravenous Young Jump magazine in January-May 2004. Viz published the manga in English. Also released a separate one-volume full-color graphic novel adaptation story in May 2014. Nick Mamantas, Move on the Ground, adapted story, and Lee Ferguson, Green Arrow, drew the art. Novel-inspired live-action Hollywood movie adaptation Edge of Tomorrow in 2014, starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. Edge of Tomorrow made over 100 million US and 15 million in Japan, and US 370 million worldwide. Wow. Very cool. So that's interesting. Let's watch a little trailer. Because we're kind of... Oh, that looks good. Oh, baby. Whoa. The female soldier or what? Kind of reminds me of Aeon Flux in the MTV days. She's 92. Damn. All you need is kill. Sheesh. That's awesome. Yep. That's pretty awesome. A, we're getting into like very creative art animation. That's what Studio 4C is all about. Love it. And then B, okay, so we had a live action film that did well enough. And now people are interested in like adapting live action films, Hollywood films. Warner Brothers has been known to adapt a lot of Japanese films. And Warner Brothers have been working on 3D animation for the past couple of years. Ladies and gentlemen, It's happening. Akira coming soon. Akira Hollywood adaptation. Son of a potato. The world is ready. They've said enough with the bullshit fucking notes. Enough with the stupid ass Hollywood directors. Just listen to Japanese. It's go time. I'm excited. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see if this thing develops into anything more. I will definitely go check this out in the movie theaters if they go bring that over, which I'm pretty sure they will. And I look forward to having fun with that. So hey, look forward to it. Ja. Here's something that we can look backwards at. Super Nintendo now runs American Pie. Ew. Don't do it. Super Nintendo now runs Infinitesimally. Super Nintendo now runs Infinitesimally faster than it did 35 years ago, and players are trying to find out why. The retro mystery has fans investigating a potential impact on speedrunning. This is by Ethan Gatch over at Kotaku. Most hardware breaks down and gets worse as it ages. Some old Super Nintendo systems, however, are actually running faster. Changes aren't noticeable to your average player, but dedicated fans have been measuring differences and trying to uncover why the changes are occurring and what it could mean for the speedrunner classics like Super Mario Kart and Super Metro on the hardware. The usual mystery has to do with the 16-bit system's 24.576 MHz APU audio processing unit clock, which relies on a ceramic resonator. The older it gets, the faster it seems to run. A small group of players now testing old NESs at different temperatures. One person even put theirs in the freezer to crowdsource data that might help shed light into what exactly is going on. Retro specialist Alan Duango, AC, on air conditioning, hell yeah. CISO reported that Nintendo's documentation states that the SP sample rate should be 32 Hz, but evidence from 2007 appeared to show a rate of 32,040 Hz on existing hardware. And by 2025, the average across several old consoles is closer to 32,076 Hz, with the fastest ones running at 32,182 Hz. What does this actually mean for the SNES itself? Well, the CPU is running faster. You see how it's moving quicker? It's kind of how my gameplay streams have been fucking messing up the audio, because the audio can't keep up with the video. Something like that. Well, the video can't keep up with the audio. The CPU clock, which relies on quartz crystal, appears unchanged, but faster APU means music could be slightly sped up and the general audio might be a higher pitch. Yep. SNES console seems to be getting faster at the age. Help us collect data. That's the flashcard. In terms of overall speed of the games, however, the only meaningful consequence would come between the loading screens. Is he singing? Why is he singing? And in terms of his time, it's meaningful consequence of load between screens. Or for me to explain, room-to-room transitions in a game like Super Metroid could occur slightly faster. If the audio data is being loaded by APU faster, would this actually let players meaningfully finish games faster? Especially when it comes to speedrunning records. Caesar told 404 Media he doesn't think so. The time savings over entire playthroughs so probably wouldn't amount to even an entire frame. If the APU rates keep growing, however, it could eventually amount to a more tangible difference, especially for tool-assisted speedrun bots that fans use to decipher optimal routes for beating old games and to see what's possible within games with the limitations of human player involved. Who knows? In 50 years, maybe the ceramic resonator will start bringing other weird things, assuming old SNES consoles still work at that point. And that's the big one, because technology is always changing, always improving. But what about the older technology? Because, like, if something like this is happening to the SNES, audio thingies. Take notes, everyone. Very curious. This is one of those engineering things that gets me excited. But hey, hopefully something cool comes out of this, and that I just need to start investing in the Super Nintendo. I probably should pick up Super Nintendo. Well, I'll think about it. But hey, Super Nintendo's so far away. Because Nintendo will sell loads of Switch 2 consoles at launch, regardless of price. Analysts predict June release date once again mentioned, jumping for joy. And by Yesley Yin Pool over at IGN. The price of the Nintendo Switch 2 is one of the hottest topics in the video game industry. Analysts have told IGN that they expect next-gen's console to launch at $400, and a new Bloomberg report affirms that price range. Based on Japan-focused analyst predictions, a $400 price point would be significantly higher than the original Switch, But another analyst told Bloomberg they wouldn't be. It's only 100 more, right? The original Switch launched at 300. Bloomberg told they wouldn't be surprised Nintendo went even higher, to possibly 500. But the analyst expects Switch 2 to enjoy a massive launch. Maybe it's even the biggest console launch of all time, regardless of price. They will sell boatloads of Switch 2 in first months in particular, almost regardless of the price, Tokyo analyst Sekaran Toto told Bloomberg. One of the reasons Switch 2 would be so popular during its launch periods is because of the huge demand for its launch lineups of games. Toto expects a new Mario Kart, as teased by Nintendo itself when revealed by Switch 2, a new 3D game, as well as already announced Pokemon Legends ZA and Pokemon Metro Prime 4, all releasing during the Switch 2 first year of life. Toto expects third-party support include Call of Duty from Activision. There's a long list of rumored third-party titles coming to console. In an interview with IGN, Civilization 7 developer Fireaxe called Switch's 2 apparent Joy-Con mouse mode definitely intriguing. French video game and texture series maker Nakon, publisher of the likes of Greedfall 2, Test Drive Unlimited, and Robocop Rogue City, has said it has Switch 2 games ready to go. The long-awaited Hollow Knight Silk Song is also rumored to be set for Switch 2. At last month, EA, Madden, FC, and The Sims would be a great fit for Switch 2. It's worth noting Activision has yet to announce Switch 2 plans, and Nintendo has commented on the report. When will the Switch 2 release? June 2025 is increasingly coming up not just the line, but in games media circles. One Japan-based analyst, Robin Shu of Stanford C. Bernstein, told Bloomberg that the Switch 2 expected to release in June within the first day of inventory of 6 through 8 million units. If Nintendo burns through that stock of the Switch 2, we will have no problem selling faster than its predecessor and the PlayStation 4 and 5, breaking records all along the way. There has been some concern about the impact of U.S. President Ruff's tariff war on the prices of Nintendo Switch, and the Ruff administration has implemented a new set of tariffs on the United States goods coming from China, Canada, and Mexico. And analysts warn gamers to expect tariffs to impact the price and potential even the availability of video games, consoles, and other tech items. However, as Bloomberg noted, Switch 2 will be assembled in Vietnam, a major U.S. trading partner, as well as China. With one analyst suggesting the diversified manufacturing footprint helps lower the risk for Nintendo. It's a great deal. We don't know about Switch 2, but Nintendo plans a direct for April 2nd. Their initial reveal, more on the console. Jesus Christ, there's more. The Nintendo Switch 2 was revealed early in January, and brief trailer confirmed that backwards compatibility features an additional second USB port. Most details, such as other games and what the heck the mysterious new Joy-Con button does, were left out though. The Joy-Con button mouse theory did regain traction. Last month, the Nintendo patent suggested Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con controllers could be attached upside down. It seems the Switch 2 operates with the gyro mechanics in a similar way to how phones work without screen lock. Unlike the original Nintendo Switch, which had rails for the Joy-Cons to attach and lock into place, the new controllers features magnets that presumably allow them to be attached on either side. While this won't make much of a difference on the hardware front, it will allow players to specially choose where they'd like certain buttons, the headphone port, and so on. And if it makes it into the final product, the flopping ability may spark interesting in-gameplay mechanics too. Interesting. You can attach those Joy-Cons whatever way you want like them. Yeah. Well, it's another day closer to the Switch 2. We have lots of rumors, opinions, thoughts. 400 is the sweet spot. 450 is doable. 500 is goddamn fucked. So, and then I guess I wouldn't put it past them, but I don't know, man. It's supposed to be a kid's toy, right? Right? Unless. Yeah, but we'll see, man. If I don't see Nintendo not being a family system, so they have to figure that one out. Because if they want to buy two for the kids, that's $800. Come on, dogs, and we'll figure that one out. But sheesh. Hopefully it's not crazy. But hey, let's hope for something better. Because striking game actors, because game companies want to be able to replace actors with AI replicas in the next strike, union says. Zenless Zone Zero and other games are already turning to scabs, and negotiations grind on. What is this, scabs? Random voice actors? This is by Ethan Gatch over at Kotaku. Game actors have been on strike for almost a year now, and while they say progress have been made in negotiation with companies like Electronic Arts and Activision Blizzard, there's a claim that publishers are refusing to budge on offering meaningful AI protections. A major sticking point in the ongoing fight is the use of digital replicas, which could be used to replace game actors in the future, including during a future strike. What? Quote, they want to use all past performances and any performances they can source from outside contract without any of the protections being bargained at all. Chief Negotiator Duncan Cabtree, Ireland, and Negotiating Chair Sarah Elmich wrote in a message to SAG-AFTRA members today. Quote, you could be told nothing about your replica being used, offered, or nothing in the way of payment. You could do nothing about it. They want to be able to make your replica continue to work as you during a future strike, whether you like it or not. Once you're given your specific consent for how your replica can be used, they refuse to tell you what they actually did with it. Damn, son. During the communication said that while progress has been made on some issues, the Guild was not close to a deal on AI protections. It's linked to an extensive breakdown of current contract language proposals from both sides, which SAG-AFTRA accused game companies of wanting to retain overly broad loopholes that would effectively render the whole AI protection provision moot. One particular striking point is that a caveat that would let companies create digital replicas using any existing in-game performances from prior to the next contract, as well as any publicly available data like voice actors doing interviews on YouTube. What the fuck? No. That's fucking bullshit. If you're gonna fucking copyright me for bullshit ass Sony Music Entertainment Company, you better fucking copyright these guys for the fucking voices, man. That's fucking bullshit. Anyways, digital replica and generative AI protections are only applied to services provided after this agreement is signed. End quote. Reads, digital replica and generative AI protections only apply to services provided after this agreement is signed. Reads the Guild's chart. Previous game works include side logistics games and uncovered work and anything available in public YouTube websites are carved out with no transparency and consistent or compensation. This makes the entire AI protection provision useless. Damn. And that's what they're fucking using for the AI's bots anyways. It's too late. Damn. SAG-AFTRA also accuses game companies of trying to get its members to turn on one another and trying to, quote, exploit actors who don't typically perform in games to fill roles during the ongoing strikes. Quote, I was replaced as Soldier 11 because I'm unwilling to perform work not covered by a SAG interim agreement during a strike for AI protection, the outcome of which will determine the future of our industry. End quote. Zone Zero's Soldier 11's voice actor Emery Chase wrote on social media today. Other game performances have also been replaced on strike has continued, including actors Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Quote, my concern is for my brand as a performer. Fans of the game have reached out to me because the lack of crediting of the replacement actor implies that it may still be me, which unfairly represents my abilities as a performer. End quote. Zeke Alton, who plays William Peck, told the game developer last year. Quote, we have proposed a deal that includes a wage increase of over 15% for SAG-AFTRA representees performance in video games. So it's all about money for these dumbasses. As well as enhanced health and safety protections, industry-leading terms of use for AI digital replicas in-game, and additional compensation for use of an actor's performances in other games. A spokesperson for the game company bargaining group, Audrey Cooling, said in a statement, quote, we have made meaningful progress and are eager to return to the bargaining table to reach a deal. Nope. That sounds like someone who's trying to push a fucking bad deal. Yeah, so they just think that they can pay off people because in the long term they could use the AI and make more money off of it. Bargain reach a deal. Meanwhile, the story scenes in Destiny 2 have gone unvoiced in the new Hersey saga, and other roles risk being recast at studios that don't sign into internal agreements with AI protections. Earlier this week, an eerie internal Sony demo leaked online showing a version of Horizon Zero Dawn's Aloy, voiced and controlled by AI. Quote, if you're approached for such a role, we urge you to seriously consider the consequences, the guild told members. Not only would you be undermining the efforts of your fellow members, but you would be putting yourself at risk by working without protections against AI misuse. And AI misuse is just a nice way of saying that these companies want to use your performance to replace you without consent or compensation. The game actor strike has been going on for 8 months. Damn. That's real, man. That's some real shit right there. So, yeah, man. I don't... It's fucking incredible that these guys are at that point. Because, like, the fact that you can be like, oh, we'll just use the YouTube videos is like, dude. The fucking double standards here. Come on. Fucking get that shit. But it's rough, man, because obviously I like Zone Zero, so You gotta keep behind that shit and make sure those motherfuckers get their shit together. But then again, it's the American actors, right? It's like the American studio, or is it all the same bullshit? Is it all MiHoYo just trying to make another dollar or whatever? I don't know. I'm just hoping that it works out for them. Things are pretty intense, and nah, man, you should stand up for their rights. And I believe that scenes are impactful because the actor has that sense of recognition in that scene. So an actor's job, in my humble opinion, watch Persona 4 that we did last night. An actor's job is to be in the moment, to really understand the character they're working with, and try to understand how they would feel, react, respond, and if you're able to really put yourself in that moment, your own experiences, to bring that product together, that vision, that delivery, that dream. An AI cannot do that. There is maybe, I don't know, man. It can't do that. You're gonna end up with voiced scenes, but with less emotion and maybe, I don't know, less impact. I don't know. But then I think about like how America and Funimation and American English dub studios have taken what I would say is Japanese voice acting perfection, and they shit all over it with their English interpretations of it. Like if you think about it that way, now imagine a shitty fucking English voice actor being interpreted by a fucking bullshit AI. No, man, just pay your fucking people and get people to get good. I don't know. Make an open call. I'll fucking act for your game if you actually are trying to create art, man, not just fucking trying to cash out and sell out on bullshit. Fucking pull money from your bitch ass CEOs and pay people who are actually doing the job for you. You know, that's pretty much it. I don't think that's hard. That's a fucking impossible ask. Because at the end of the day, you're still fucking making money and profit off of this shit. You're just not making the 150% profit that your fucking bitch ass wants because you're so fucking impatient and we're gonna blow up soon. Just sit on it for a while, dog. Straight up. It's not cool. Let's hear for someone who actually feels something. Horizon Zero Dawn's Ashley Birch response to leaked AI-powered Aloy is by George. George putting in the work over at The Gamer. The actor behind Aloy and PlayStation Horizon series, Ashley Birch, has responded to the recent leaks showing an AI-powered version of a character. It has been made abundantly clear over the past few years, AI-powered technology is one of the biggest problems facing the creative arts, and something that most who work in games are actually trying to fight against. Even though SAG-AFTRA is literally striking on this very issue in gaming right now, that hasn't stopped PlayStation Guerrilla from doing the wrong thing. Earlier this week, leaked footage of an AI-powered version of Horizon Zero series protagonist Aloy was shared online, which resulted in a lot of negative responses for fans and developers alike, especially considering the themes of Horizon as a whole. Now the actor behind Aloy, Ashley Birch, has shared her thoughts on the whole subject. Ashley Birch isn't happy about PlayStation AI's Aloy either. Look at her. There she goes. Yeah.
So all that said, I'm not worried about Gorilla specifically, Horizon, or my performance or my accuracy.
It's cute eyes.
I feel
No
worried
problem.
about this art form being performance as your arguments, right? Certain actors want to strike against creators because of AI. Because this technology exists, because we know that game companies want to use it. We're asking protections. So currently what we're fighting for is that you have to get our consent from being an AI collab with us, or you have to compensate us fairly, then you have to tell us how you're using this AI done. And I feel worried not
100%.
because
Every time you open that file to like create something, you should let them know.
not even because game companies want to use it, because of course they do. They always want to use technological advancements. I just imagine a video like this coming out that does have someone's performance attached to it, that does have someone's voice or face. And the possibility that if you use this right, that person would have voice. They wouldn't have any protections, any way to fight back. And that possibility,
Oh, sick music.
it makes me so sad. It hurts my heart. It scares me. I love this industry and this art form so much. And I want there to be a new generation of actors. I want there to be so many more incredible game performances. I want to be able to continue.
There you go. Stuff like that. As reported by Games Writer, Burst6 on Instagram responded to the AI Aloy leaks, where she knows she saw the tech demo earlier this week, directly contacted by Guild Games. Yep. Those actors take to mind. She said this thing has made her worried. AI tech demo might pop up as use Summer's performance. Yep, we saw it. Passionate video, AL Dangerous Prince concludes, I absolutely know pre-course breaks her heart. She wants to hear another generation. Yep. Like, but externally has to explain your do concern on. And yeah, man, it's really important. There's a lot of reasons to do that. I kind of get where she's coming from, and I respect it too. Like, the fact that she's looking out for the future, it means a lot. And I think that says a lot about her character, rather than just being like, oh my god, they're using my AI. You know, that says a lot about a person. But you guys know Metal Gear Solid 5? You guys know a little character called, I think her name is called Rain. I've never played the game. I don't even fucking care. You guys know Hideo Kojima? You guys know how he likes fucking 3D scanning everybody he brings to the office? So, the reason I say I think it's very important to inform the actors as to what you're doing with your models, 3D models, is that if we're serious about Hideo Kojima being like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the next movie, we're gonna make full AI, we're gonna have all this technology, we're gonna have a stored data of your physical representation, you know, Activision fucking 3D photo printing their characters in Call of Duty and shit like that. You have, just because you oh, man, how do I say this? If you get those 3D models and you have them doing indecent things, that's fucked up, because you're using someone's likeliness to create decrypt it, represent an action that I feel like Porky Pig, represent an action that is not their intent, right? You can do weird shit with that. And I bring up Hideo Kojima because I've seen that fucking foot video of Rain, and the voice actress, or the motion capture actress, staring at that and being like, I do remember this one day of filming that Hideo asked me to just like just do something. But she did not know that's what this was for. And it's a moment of reflection of like, holy shit, that's what my art is being used. This is what my body is being used for. I think the one that kind of like steps out the most. So if we're gonna be cool and we're gonna try to make art and we're gonna try to make this fucking 3D generated fucking photorealistic bullshit, then you have to give every single actor their rights as a digital representation. Their image has to be on par with that. You have to make the contract to take that image and respect it, and to take care of it for all future endeavors, because not only are they leaving their image with you, they're leaving all future expressions with you, possible expressions. It's a bit like when an actor does stuff for a movie, except for that movie representation person stays in that database. And yeah, you're not allowed to just fucking whip it out whenever you feel like it and have your fun with it. That's disgusting. You know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. Respect, dude. Have some fucking self-respect. But yeah, I would love to see a next generation of voice actors and see what that's all about. But how is anyone going to try if this is the shit that we're looking at? And I'll be real, man. I like voice acting. A part of me would love to get into that circle. I will keep on looking into it, but I've been experimenting, blah, blah, blah. But the fact that these guys are dead ass fucking saying that, oh, we're going to start getting YouTube videos to use for our AI products is bullshit. Because I do good work, and that's fucking bullshit to think that a fucking company is just going to skim YouTube to find people just having fun, take those voice samples, re-render them in AI, and fucking place it on the game and be like, oh yeah, that's our work. That's all us. That is fucking bullshit. And if you're gonna be fucking copywriting all the fucking dumbass songs from any fucking stream, trying to get that fucking revenue money, then you better fucking pay those voice actors. Jesus fucking Christ. Because Silent Hill F, the first in Konami's horror series to get an 18+ rating in Japan. This is VV Blake over at IGN. F was a game to get 18+ rating in Japan after displayed in the beginning of a Japanese language reveal trailer, which debuted last night. Silent Hill F is rated mature. U.S. Active development registration required, spotted by Automation, secured to page 18 of the year's developments. Even Silent 2 Remake, Bloodborne Team Classic, Stereo was getting mature 17. Was Stereo C in Japan, despite getting mature 17 rating constant. Oh. Creo D. Dangerous. Caution. Danger. Last night, Konami finally updated us with new Silent mission, and the publisher's Steam presentation design was focused purely on Silent Hill Alpha, the mainline entry in the celebrated Hot franchise. First announced 2022, Silent Alpha takes on 1960s Japan. We follow Suzuo Hinako, a teenager struggling under the pressure of expectations from her friends, family, society. The story is written by Ryusuke 7, creator of the When They Cry visual series novel. So essentially, think that fucking girl that goes Poi? No, that's the other one. Fuck, what's your stupid little tag? Tupa, yupa, nepa, nep, ipa, nepa, nipan. Yeah, that girl. It's her. And Ryusuke is like reflecting on that story. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited. The real trailer shows Hinako in varying degrees of distress, covered in blood, wounds, and with her Japanese school uniform ripped and torn. While most of the action was contained to cutscenes rather than gameplay, we had an extended peek at Silent Hill's setting and more monster designs, as well as what may be an other world populated by not by rust and fans at the time, but by blood red flowers. And yet, there's no release date for Silent Hill Off. There was no further information about no code Silent Hill game Townfall. Wow. So there's that. Yeah, okay. That's all I got for you. Her face is peeling off, by the way, so it gets pretty intense. That's gonna be a D, meaning that's gonna be super rated M. And Konami is gonna go hard on the mature ratings, I guess, because they need to get that recognition. Which, okay, this could either be a really cool thing or it could be a really interesting thing. And if this is where we're going in the future, hopefully it's used for the good rather than used for bad, rather than used for what's the word? I'll call it proverbial things, but even like murderous proverbial murder, stuff like that, like glorifying gore and shit just to glorify it, and then that creating more people to be like, oh, we can make more bloodier games, and then we'll see. But hopefully it's a good story. Ryukishi, good guy. I definitely like his second work a lot better. It's when they cried Mineko over the Higurashi, and yeah, I feel like a lot of the similarities from Higurashi is gonna be displayed in this story. So we'll see. I know of it. I'll be okay, and I'll move on with that. But hold on 1 second. For Mike Drucker, I know that guy, has something to say over at the Gamer. So we finally have a trailer for Silent Hill F. Title looks like a typo and will frustrate me every time I have to write it. It's F for fortissimo. It's a musical note. It means to play slightly louder. We've been waiting for a while. First time since SHF was revealed that we've received 3 Silent Hill the games. One surprisingly great, one's fantastically terrible, and one brief but kind of okay. That said, it's nice that Konami is trying things with a series that go beyond slapping together another vaguely broken remaster collection. Yep. We would all like the old Silent Hill games playable in the current format, other than emulated or modded as hell, yes. Would Konami release them in a good state? I'd go with a pessimistic maybe. I remember playing that PS3 game. At least they're doing okay on the Game Boy Advance re-releases. That's something. You gotta hold on to what we can get. Silent Hill F. Can it be Silent Hill if it's not in Silent Hill? Among all the new wave of Silent Hill games, Silent Hill F, at least let me capitalize it. Konami, please, I'm dying. Feels the most different in terms of vibes. Yes, Ascension was an experiment in story decisions made by audience. Well, it was still somewhat stuck to the aesthetic of the series. Even though the game itself wasn't always in the actual city of Silent Hill, it's still stuck to creepy western towns. Confused people wandering in days talking like they got bonked on the noggin. None of it was done that well in Ascension, but it paid lip service to the series. Meanwhile, Silent Hill F takes place in an entirely different location, with characters that seem a little more active or unaffected by the curse or whatever town might be cursed. And honestly, I'm torn. Now, when I say torn, it's not a euphemism for I'm not happy or they did it wrong. It means I literally felt split on whether I like what I'm seeing. The game does look great, and at the same time, it looks like the surface, like half of the Japanese horror games ever made. You could swap out 1 or 2 elements, and this could be a trailer for a new Fatal Frame or Siren, or even Next Gen Corpse Party. To be fair, there is a Next Gen Corpse Party. To be fair, these games are all different, with different stories and play different from each other. But it's been a genre that's pressed the stringy hair girl with limbs bent weird button a lot of times. I'm not worried it'll be bad. I'm not worried it'll struggle to differentiate itself from very. I'm worried it will struggle to differentiate itself from very packed field. Silent Hill has always been tropey. On the other hand, it's not like Silent Hill's regular setting of spooky American town is the freshest of ideas. We've had that for a very long time too. And with all the recent indie games inspired by Silent Hill taking up that mantle, it's hard to get excited for another tour through a dilapidated shopping district with a generic version of stores you see in the failing mall. Silent Hill, as a series, has spent decades struggling to do something significant new of the new town or adjacent cities, so I can't say that I prefer to give them more dimers or Jared doesn't. The series needs more remakes, rematches, generic every man gets a card, necessarily. This is a lot of fluff, man. And seeing informative time of story, yeah, I do appreciate that it has more for the series rather than everything turning to rust or rot. There's a series of growth when we see the other world, assuming that even tendrils reach out to the ground walls, weird plants spring up, and the true Silent Hill and short message featured Sakura Head, a monster with flowers all over its body, but otherwise the series had lots of fauna or strange biology and environment. It's almost like it's turning into an alien world rather than a hellish one. It looks amazing with vibrant colors that have been missing from the series. I don't know. almost entire existence. And again, it's a departure from a series that got a little too stuck in the old ways. Even the violence and characters' interaction with the trailer feel pretty different than the old ways. The main character's friends don't seem like souls trapped in their own nightmare. They seem like regular kids who don't even know cursed crap is happening around them. It's a new way to turn the diamond, and I love that. Of course, I also have literally zero idea what's going to be in Silent Hill F outside of what was shown in the trailer. The game takes place in 1960s Japan, but could always connect to the larger series in a satisfying and annoying way. There will probably be a joke ending where the dog brings back the old cast or something. Ayo. What we do know is in the game is that the first series get an 18+ rating in Japan, and it's being written by BlueSky 07, who's done great work in the genre before. The team behind is strong and features some veterans of the good old days, and whatever Konami is doing here, at least it seems like they're doing it with confidence. It's comforting that it isn't going to the same well that's been dry for years. I just hope that's going to another well that's dry. That's not going to another well that's dry. Even if the inevitability ends up having a weird ghost girl crawling out of it, either way, I'm buying a day one because I don't learn lessons. Wow. Well, that's some thoughts there. So, I guess if we're switching to the Japanese setting, that's kind of cool for me because someone who is American and doesn't really hang out in the Japanese setting can experience the Japanese horror, which will be a little bit more selling because that means that we don't have that kind of like comfortability in a rural town or something. But either way, I'm excited. I'm curious, and I would like to try this. So, looking forward to that when it comes out. Put on your big boy pants. It's gonna be good. Here's something that's not good. Pokemon Go sold to Saudi government. This is by Ethan Gotch over at Kotaku. One of the defining games of the last decade, Pokemon Go now belongs to Saudi Arabia government. Mobile game maker Scopely, which is owned by the Saudi Royal Investment Fund, announced its purchase of the hit game along with the rest of the Niantic Games business for $3.5 billion. Sale comes after the tech company failed to create any more hits on the scale of Pokemon Go. Niantic Games have always been on the bridge to connect people and inspire exploration. I'm confident they will blue both parts of the Niantic CEO John Hanke said in a press release announcing the deal. I firmly believe this partnership is great for our players and the best way to ensure that our games have long-term support and investment needed to forever games that endure future generations. Pokemon Go, as well as other licensed augmented reality games like Monster Hunter Now and Pokemon Bloom, will now join Scopely's catalog, which includes Stumble Guys, Star Trek Fleet Command, Monopoly Go. Scopely itself was purchased by Saudi-backed Savvy Games investment group for $4.9 billion back in 2023. Pokemon Go deal previously reported by Bloomberg as part of a number of big investments by Saudi Arabia has made into the gaming world, including buying small stakes in Nintendo and Electronic Arts. These efforts, as well as recent attempts at sports washing, have drawn criticism over the country's abysmal human rights record, including the reported killing of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi back in 2018. Released in 2016, Pokemon Go introduced the already popular creature collecting franchise to even more people, including those you never would have expected to know the difference between a Blastoise and Greninja. It remains a major group game with an estimated 100 million monthly active users, but Niantic's other experiments in similar vein never hit the same way. One of them, Harry Potter Wizards, was shut down within 3 years of launching. Pokemon Go's 3.5 billion sale is still subject on regulatory approval and could hit snags along the way. Otherwise, it will mark the biggest gaming acquisition in industry since Savvy bought Scopely. Wow. Oh, they got money to spend. If you thought Bill Gates had issues, well, welcome to Saudi Arabia, Saudi government. But I mean, yeah, no, that creates a lot of issues, a lot of open doors, and I mean, I talked about it last time. I won't bitch about it again, but just remember that every fucking camera in Pokemon Go has been recording data to create a digital world, and now that digital world belongs to Saudi government. That is it. Hope you guys have fun with that one. Because Jeff and Annie Strain sue NetEase for $900 million, alleging it erroneously told investors they committed fraud. What really happened? Rebecca Valentine over at IGN. Don't be long. Thank you. Love you, Rebecca. Jeff Strain, co-founder of AreaNet and co-creator of State of Decay, along with his wife Annie Strain, are suing Marvel Rivals creator NetEase for $90 million. alleging that NetEase caused the devaluing and ultimate closure of their studio by spreading rumors among investors that the Strains had committed fraud with their most recent venture, Pyrianta Media Group. Whoa. In a case filed in January in the civil district courts for the parish of New Orleans in Louisiana, and since moved to the federal court, the amended capitalist seen by IGN opens with a hefty accusation. This case is about destruction of careers of two gaming industry veterans and a company by a Japanese entity seeking to avoid compliance with the United States law. Interesting. The story told by the Strains and the complaint is a complex one that does not fully fill in many questions left last year, when Pyriana Media subsidiaries unexpectedly shut down. One by one, per their accounts, NetEase invested early in one of Pyriantinia's subsidiaries, Cropstar Games taking a 25% share and seeing Han Chending on the company board, with Jeff and Ann Strain taking the other two positions. At first, they say the relationship was positive. However, over time, they say that NetEase leaders and representatives began to express concern about compliance with U.S. laws regarding foreign investments, including in at least one email asking the Strains to keep their investments low profile, so as to avoid having to comply with rules laid out by the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States. Whoa! Compliance says that they were asked to open branches in Canada or Ireland in order to make it easier for NetEase to invest. Jesus Christ. A significant portion of the complaint endeavors to outline NetEase's alleged ties to Chinese Communist Party, suggesting NetEase wanted to keep those connections confidential from the U.S. government, and citing both Tencent's declarations as a Chinese military company. Oh shit. By the U.S. government earlier this year, and reports that NetEase CEO Ding Lei allegedly used the threat of a CCP retaliation against Activision back in 2023 in its dealings with the company over licensing. The part also claimed that they were told that Lei was in the process of immigrating to the United States into a $29 million Bel Air mansion sold to him by Elon Musk in 2020. They say that Lei expressed concern that his immigration would be threatened if NetEase investments were publicized. The Strains say that they continue to ask questions and push the company about regulatory compliance, and over time, their relationship with NetEase began to break down. It also seems that the company began to have money troubles at some point during this period, because in early February 2024, Cropstar Games laid off some of its staff and furloughed others. And IGN understood at the time from sources close to the studio that internally there was significant confusion and fear, and later anger internally about how the situation was handled. The Strains complaint to say that on February 22nd, Jeff Strain received a text from the managing director of one of the venture firms that invested in Pyritania, saying that Cropstar Games was being accused of fraud and its misuse of funds. Strains claimed they traced the rumors back to its source, saying that the director claimed he had heard this from NetEase at a board meeting in March. Han Chenglin admitted that he told his co-workers, quote, "I'm really surprised that the company is running out of its runway so quickly," and suggested that this is where the rumor had come from. Strains alleged that following this incident, that other investor began to pull funding from Pyritania, and the company could not find any new investors to work with. According to the complaint, in the ensuing weeks of the months, Pyritania Media and all the subsidiaries came to be, quote, worth nearly nothing, having once established to be worth $34 million. Pyritania shuttered Cropstar Games entirely at the end of March last year. Shit. Then in April, Annie Strain published a lengthy letter on the company's website in which she blamed the recent industry economic downturn and inability to find funding for the company's struggles. She also repeatedly mentioned an alleged article being written by Kotaku reporter Ethan Gotch, she claimed would have outed her own personal health struggles without consulting her. But the letter was taken down not long after, and Kotaku never published the article in question. However, Kotaku, Britannia subsidiary possibly space shuttered a week later, with Jeff Strain blaming employees leaking information to the press for the closure. Neither NetEase nor allegations of fraud were mentioned at this time. Jeff Strain, Annie Strain, and Britannia Media are suing NetEase for defamation, unfair trade practices, tortious interference with business relationships, and negligence. They're seeking damages in excess of $900 million, triple the company's prior value. Oh shit, that's right. Nice. NetEase shared the following statement with Polygon in response to the suit. The allegations by Britannia Media and its founders Annie and Jeff Strains are wholly without merit, and we emphatically deny and will vigorously defend ourselves against them. Our record as a global gaming company speaks for itself. We remain committed to conducting business with integrity. We are confident that the legal processes will vindicate our position and shed light into the real reasons behind the demise of Strain Studios. What? Behind the demise of the Strains Studios. That's a word. demise. Okay. Mm-hmm. No bueno. Well, that happens. Or Canada, not Canada. But yeah, man. This is wild. Like, if you really want to think about this, monopolies are pretty shitty. Because you get to a point where, like, they essentially start throwing their weight around, and you know, the creative outlets or the specific, like, ideas that were there get shoved to the side. And that's shitty, because who fucking gets to decide, you know? Who fucking gets to be like, no, it's okay, you don't get to speak this time, when it's like, man, because it's all believable. We all know that these fucking companies, like, send off their monies offshores, and they avoid taxes and bullshit, and it's like all this fucking shit to save up for what? To make another Marvel Rivals? You know? So we have to see, man. It's crazy that you can't even, like, be like a good ass product and just be good, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be all this fucking shadiness filled with everything that's happened recently, because of all this fucking investments and everybody just trying to fucking make a quick buck. It's stupid, man. Games were pretty shitty. They've never been easy, but they weren't fucking trash fires like this, man. So we'll see how far we go and what happens in the future, man. I generally hope that our communities are okay, and yeah, man. It just this can't be normal. This can't be a normal thing. There has to be a sort of something that happens out of this, and hopefully with the Streisand effect, more people are gonna be talking about NetEase's bullshit, and we'll go from there, man. Because honestly, I'm fucking tired of these companies just fucking, it's like skimping everybody else out. Like, it's fucking bullshit. If you're gonna make a product, if you're gonna fucking make money off of it, stop being a fucking piece of shit and actually pay the people who are providing you with the work and the materials. And fuck those CEOs. They don't do shit. But that's a different story. And with that, believe it or not, that's the end of the news. So we are gonna go transition into the final stage. Whoa! All that really means is we got more songs, but it's been fun. It's been interesting, and you know, I enjoy doing these things. Hi, I enjoy doing these things because it's part of the week. Oh wait, I was always there. It's part of the it's part of the weekend. So, like, it's always cool to reflect on what's going on, how we got here, and what we can do in the future. Real talk. You know, you only get one shot, one opportunity. Yeah. But with that, let's go ahead and wrap things up, no? ¿Por qué no? Porque sí. Yep. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. Hopefully you've learned a thing or two. Hopefully we can see where we are heading in the future. And hopefully, with any luck, we move forward. This cable. God fucking damn it. There's so many fucking cables. Jesus Christ. Yep. I think I hear music. Sounds. But let's go ahead. Let's sing one last. Bring one out for funsies. No. Vale, vale. This one's so fresh, it might. I think this one. Okay, whatever. Let's just have fun. Respect. Hey. As you can see, her hasn't met him yet. She's already fell in love, I bet. Her keyboard gets slammed by her fingers. He replies with okay every time. He doesn't know who he is. She doesn't know what he's up to. Oh. She doesn't know who he is. Yeah. He doesn't see her. She doesn't know who he is. She doesn't know what he's up to. The heart gets broken every time. Every time. She doesn't know who he is. She doesn't know who she is. Wow, that was terrible. But hey, Boy Pablo does good stuff out there. If you don't know who that is, now you know. Also, I think that's going to be that one today. Because, man, it's been rough. It's been rough out there. So we'll see where we go forward with these news updates and where these things develop, these technologies that we're looking forward to, what they really mean to our future. Because right now, everything is just up in the air. But when this shit hits, man, it's gonna be something that we probably won't be able to stop. So whatever that is, whatever that means, if it's the creation of a new race or whatever, hopefully we'll see you in the future. But until then, hasta la próxima. Ya. Mátame. And you don't want. I hit the reverse button when I was about to hit the solo. God damn it.